So I started writing with that story in mind. Wow. So that was how.
It was a real life situation.
Yes. This that happened to me. I just said, okay, let me use this and put it. And
after writing, this your movie went on to win awards locally and internationally. I think the height of it was FESPACO.
FESPACO.
Was that Nigerian to win award at FESPACO?
Yes, that was the first Nigerian. FESPACO happens to be the biggest and the oldest film festival in Africa.
So that was first Nigerian film.
No Nigerian film had won at FESPACO.
Except your film. So you were the first.
Yes, that's my
made history and broke that chain.
Yes.
With the champions of our time.
Yes.
Great.
And what happened was, and I need to say this.
Okay.
For the first time, government looked our way, and I must give credit to the governor, who was the man who was governor at the time.
State government,
Lagos State. Fashola.
He supported the project.
Yes, he was.
With how much? Can you make it?
Funded, I can't say it on.
The money was okay to see.
But it was okay to see us through. It was okay to see us through. So we just did a proposal to him, and he saw it and asked us to go and meet some panel that they set up. We needed to explain what it's all about, and when we went to see, I saw about 12 directors from Lagos State government, and they said, "Are you trying to tell us it's only in Lagos State that you have physically challenged? Don't you have it in your own state?" I tried to give the impression that it's. I said, "No, Lagos. Yes, Lagos is your state, but most people here, it does not matter. The people we are talking about might not be Lagosians. There are people who are in Lagos, so it doesn't mean that Lagos has the highest number of physical challenges."
It's like a cosmopolitan city.
Yes, I said we are doing this for everybody, for Nigeria. The issue of the physical challenge is a global phenomenon. It's not
so
something.
Let me take it from there now. Do you think you can produce a real movie that was bigger than champions of our time? Do you think you can do something bigger, better than champions of our time?
I think the new project. I think the new project that we are coming up with will achieve that.
You don't want to talk about it now?
Yes, it's quite big.
How soon are you coming up with it?
I say we're working on it. We are hoping that by May we should start the publicity and people are going to see what it's all about. But I think it's quite good. I'm
gradually coming down to personal things, but let's take this. Some months ago there was this issue at the AMP election, AMP election that had in Delta State. You had this squabble with leading director in Nollywood. Zebejiro had issues with you. It was well reported then, and I think it's also right for us to hear what will happen. I know it's a bit late, but for record purposes, what transpired in Edo State, in Delta State. The election had gone, a new person had taken office, the person of Anya Musibu. But something happened between you and Zeb that actually caused it was a heavy rift.
Okay.
Just tell us now where maybe someday where we also talk to Zeb. Tell us something, but let's hear from what happened in Delta State that led to that.
I'm going to very brief for a particular reason. Because of the fact that the person in question is mourning as at this period. He lost the younger brother.
There were accusations of money being mismanaged and money being given and nowhere utilized. Those things.
I would have to be very careful, but I'll just give you a brief of what happened.
Please.
They appointed me to be part of the election committee. I was the secretary of that committee. But I remember that one of the things that I told them, I said, please, let us not cut corners here. Let us do the right thing. Whoever must win convincingly.
Sure.
We shouldn't do anything that will, drag our name in the mud. And the members of the committee agreed, and we set out to do that. We had our challenges, especially from the national executive, because there were things we asked them to produce that they couldn't produce for us. So we said, can we work with what we have? And we were doing that until the day we were supposed to travel to Delta State, we had finished our screening. We screened all the candidates, and all of them attended. They came, signed their forms for us, signed everything. We told them the election is going to happen on 3 days from the dates they came for, and everybody agreed. Now, can imagine our surprise when by 9:30 somebody brought a letter asking that the election be postponed. Before that,
who was that? Who was the person that brought the letter?
One of the candidates from the presidential candidates sent someone to bring a letter that the election should be postponed. And there is one impression I want to correct here, and that impression is the fact that they told people that they before then they had asked us to postpone the election. No such thing happened.
Okay.
Nobody ever mentioned anything. Nobody ever told the committee to postpone the election. Okay. Nobody. Until that 11th hour. We never discussed it all through the period we were having our meetings. The issue of postponement never came up because I asked them. Look at our minutes. Because I asked other members, if you went to a member and discussed postponement and the member never brought it to our attention, it's not enough for you to go and tell people that we asking us to postpone. Never, not for 1 second, did we discuss it until that last day. So when the issue of postponement came, I said, you can't bring this thing up now. And it's not something that one candidate will now give us a letter, and on the strength of that accusation, we postpone the election. I said, no, it won't happen. We are going to go ahead with election. So that was when Zek came into the picture and called us to say whether we received the letter that somebody sent. I said, yes, we received it. It's okay. That he thinks that the election should be postponed. I said, Oga, I cannot postpone this election.
You told him this?
Yes, I told him I cannot postpone the election. One is that they have paid for our hotel. They have given us money to travel. We are leaving the next day to Delta. We are leaving the next day. This thing was happening at about 10 o'clock. I said, why would I honor a letter that came to my office by 9:30 beyond closing hours? 9:30 in the night. On the strength of that thing, some people had traveled. Now, I was going to travel the next day by 6 a.m. And I now called the people. And we were only 3 members of the committee out of 5. The other 2 had gone to get ready. Now, you want me to? I said, I will postpone. Sir. And again, you are a member of the BOT, not the national president. You don't have a right to order me as a BOT member because you never appointed me.
You were duly consulted.
Duly consulted. You never appointed. You now started telling me about that the president that appointed me, his tenure expired 6 months ago. I said, no. But all the while, you kept quiet. You never pointed it out. Now that this issue has come up, you are telling me that you are not in charge. Okay, let the president tell me that, please, I'm no more in charge. The BOT chairman is now in charge. We now spoke to the president. The president said, over his dead body, this election will go ahead. I said, that's all I need, sir. You appointed me, you are telling me to go ahead. I will listen to any other person. So Mr. Zeb felt I was insulting him. He said he cannot give me an order and I disrespect. I said, no, that's not a matter of disrespect. It's a matter of the fact that you never appointed me, and you cannot just from anywhere tell me because I'm a member of the BOT or the chairman of BOT ask me to stop this election. This night to happen. This election will go on. So he banged the phone on me and said he was going to make sure.
We're talking about Zeb, but I wanted to quickly close that
Okay.
dialogue and move to the next level. Has that case been resolved? Has it been resolved?
Okay. What happened was that after that happened, we went to Asaba, and he now said he came to Asaba to do another thing apart from the election. I said no. Well, the long and short of it is that he came back and granted this interview to Vanguard newspapers, where he said that it was AMPEC, that's the committee, the election committee, that caused the whole problem. And I read it.
You're part of?
Yes, and I read it. I felt he was not representing the truth.
Okay.
It was cast very, very wrong aspersion on the integrity of AMPEC. So I called the same reporter.
Same medium.
Yes, and gave him my own side of the story, which he didn't find appealing and all right, and so that was basically what happened. And we went back and forth, but at the end of the day, and Chico, the brother, God bless his soul, came and said what actually happened, and I explained to him. He said, okay, that I was going to talk to the brother and let this thing be resolved. So I don't want to go into all the things that happened, but
so has it been resolved?
That has been resolved.
Yes, please, ma'am.
And the person that committee elected is the president of the association now. So that the going to Asaba was not a waste of time, because there was another election in Lagos, right? This one was happening, which tended to rubbish what we did in Asaba. But at the end of the day, I think common sense prevailed, and the election we did in Asaba was upheld.
So let me think for a minute. Between you and them now, what is the relationship like? Is it cordial? Is it frosty?
As I said, his morning, and that's a very sad thing that happened. I remember that on the day he came to validate the election as a BOT member, I saw him and I greeted him. He nodded, which was his own idea of accepting my. Then we lost the brother, because whatever you have with somebody, when it comes to death, you must put all those things behind. I called him on the phone because of what happened, he couldn't. So I now sent him a text.
But talking about that,
he acknowledged, said thank you and all that. So I feel.
Talking about Chico's death, how did you react to it? How did you feel when the news hit you that Chico died?
It hit me like a thunderbolt, and I'll tell you why. Chico was my very good friend. There was no week Chico didn't come to the office. There was no week Chico didn't come, and he had this convivial nature. He had this free nature. He was friends with everybody. Chico, for me, had no enemies. Quarrel with you in the morning, in the afternoon, he will call you to say, guy, who are you? This are you. Be wondering, is it not the same person you quarrel with in the morning? He had no enemies who will come around, and I must give it to him when I had issues with Zeb. Nobody does that. He called me and said, hey Chidi, what's the have my brother now? I know now. Okay, no problem. I'll come to the office. He came, I explained to him. He said, okay, I was going to. Nobody does that. Someone said, oh, my brother. Okay, you see.
Side.
Yes.
So what do we supposed about Chico now?
So the thing is that why I felt so sad about his death is that when they told me he was in the hospital, I asked of the address and I went to visit him. Yes, I went to see him in the hospital. Chico was my friend. He's not everybody. Some people I'll call. But I had to I went to the hospital. They said he couldn't come down. So he told me that because he was very weak, he couldn't come down. But because I came, that I was going to manage to come down. There is going to be an effort for him to climb up. That will come. I said, can I come up? They said, the hospital said, look, this wasn't their visiting hour, so I couldn't go to the hospital. He came and we spoke. I said, Chico, I came to see you, but I don't know what to get for you. When you want to visit somebody in the hospital, either you buy oranges or you buy. But because I don't know the nature of your sickness, I didn't know what. He said, but I go to a place to buy food now. They buy food for me. I said, is that it? Is that okay? Okay, send them. I'll take care of that. And I did. And he called me to thank me.
Thanking the food you sent?
The food, how much? You could afford the food now. That I told you to be coming. You could afford it.
Sure.
He would have just said, okay, let's do. He called me and said, guy, I received one. Thank you. That was Chico for you. Now, I came the second time. I was only climbing up in the hospital, coming inside the hospital. I said, Chico, I'm downstairs. He said, my God, I go live here. This is not my house now. I've been discharged. So I was very happy. I thank God. Now, Chico died on the morning of the 25th. On the 24th of December, I just said, I've not spoken to my guy for a while. I placed a call. I was with Ejika Siebu and Francis Onwuche.
In the office then?
In the office. So I now called him. I said, Mama and Chico, hi dinner. His tone was so. He said, I'm fine. I said, how are you feeling now? He said, I'm getting better, but it's just that I'm usually very tired. I said, that is what comes with sickness. You'll be alright. Just rest. 24th by 9, I think 9:20 or thereabout was when I spoke to Chico.
The morning.
In the night of 24th December. I was to travel the next day. It was on my way that somebody called me and said, another big masquerade has fallen on.
Chico.
I said, Chico, so can imagine how it was so sad.
I know all of us are still mourning. He was a nice man.
Yes.
But what would you say miss most about Chico's death, or about his person now that's no longer with us?
What I would say is that we lost a bridge builder.
Like that.
We lost a bridge builder that didn't have any enemies. Chico was a nice person. He had his own shortcomings, just like every other person. But for Chico was a nice. I can't say that for most people in Nollywood, but Chico was a nice person, and may his soul rest. Yes.
Amen. We'll take it any from there. Uncle Chidi, let's look at Nollywood and sexual harassment. What is your take on sexual harassment in Nollywood? Briefly, your take on it.
I've not experienced it, so maybe it's just like the way you hear it is what I hear.
Comment on it.
What I would say is that one thing that I know, and I say it everywhere, nobody can come out today, and I throw it open, it's a challenge. No person will come out in Nollywood, no girl, no person will come out to say she's been sexually harassed. In fact,
by you or by
me.
Okay.
By me. No, it can happen.
Sure.
I don't know whether it happens, but I'm speaking for myself. In fact, it got to a level that people were afraid to come for audition in my office, and they know it is by merit. If you don't get it, you don't get it. You don't know, not through the back door. You understand? So what I understand and I hear, it happens. But I've not had a case like that. Yeah.
Mr. Chidi Nwokeabia, you were a leading filmmaker with special bias with script writing, so to speak. Let me ask you now, what makes a good script? You're one of the best scriptwriters in Hollywood. What makes a good script? And what are those ingredients that makes a script very tight and solid?
One of the things, especially in the few places, very few places that I've gone to say things about script writing, is that a scriptwriter must be able to read very well. A scriptwriter must be able to watch other films. What it does for you is it teaches you how to write, it teaches you where other people have made mistakes. So you must learn. And the avenue is there. If you go to Google, you go to the internet, you can see a lot of things about script writing that is for you to sit down and learn. You understand? What makes a good scriptwriter is that scriptwriter that connects with his audience. What is it that people want to see? What is it that people want to hear? What is it that will excite them? That if you put this in together, people will probably see this film a second time. You understand? There is this great writer by the name Alfred Hitchcock. I know. He said to make a great film, you need three things. He said 1 is the script, 2 is the script, 3 is the script.
Interesting.
So that underscores the importance of the script. Yeah.
So let's take a look at the coming to Nollywood before we go to maybe background for it. How do you come to Nollywood? Let's take a look at the coming to Nollywood. I learned you a chartered accountant or an accountant.
I'm an accountant.
So
accountancy.
Okay, how do you come to Nollywood? Let's talk about before coming to your background, which is part of the reason about the interview. But let's talk about your
I have this friend of mine who we've come a long way from our university days. I had visited. When I tell people when I enter Nollywood, they tend not to believe me.
When
it's been a long time ago, 1993.
Wow.
I used to tell them that.
Yes.
Yes, I would tell them that Zach Oji and I entered the industry the same day.
Wow.
Because we came for our first audition.
Was it on the brought into the industry?
Sorry?
Was it Zach that brought him to the industry?
No. We came for audition the same day.
Same set?
Same
Which
set.
Which movie was this?
Called Unforgiving Sin.
Interesting.
A long time ago.
Did you get the role?
I got the role. I played about 93. Okay. Zach played the lead. The first time he came into the industry, he played lead.
Unforgiving.
He was an Igbo.
I know the movie very well. Oh, you were there too?
He was there for a lot of us. KP,
1993.
Yes, KP, Sonny McDon, KP Ebeyon, Zach Oji, Uche Sotule that time before she became Uche Macaulay. In fact, a lot of people, even that was the first movie that Regina Askia, she played I think she just came, was just one scene role, Askia, So the person who introduced me, a very good friend of mine, Mogugwa.
Serious?
Yes, we went to the university together,
You studied
accountancy.
UNN,
yes.
Okay. So you're a lion?
I'm a lion, yes. So after that, I did it for a few years. Now left it and went to oil and gas.
Oh, from film to oil and gas? What oil and gas?
No.
Okay.
Film to oil and gas.
Okay.
By the time I left oil and gas, I was not in front of the camera anymore. I was behind the camera.
What prompted you going behind the camera instead of being at the front?
I wanted to produce. I had some scripts. While I was there, I had some experiences, that I wanted to put down.
Do you remember the exact year you left Nollywood and went into the industry? You came in Nigeria and left?
I came in Nigeria and I left 96.
Into the industry? And returned when again?
Came back in 2003.
Now, behind the scene?
Behind the scene, I started producing from 2000.
Which was the first movie you produced when you came in?
My first movie was Law Students.
Law Students? Your own movie?
My movie was, I produced
Which year was
it. I did in 2003.
With your money?
My money, I funded
Law Students?
Law Students.
Interesting. I did that for the first time.
I did, after that, I did another one.
What's the name? Tell us the name.
Last Girl Standing, which was quite huge. Was quite
I think I know that.
Last Girl Standing was Stephanie Kerik and Jim Ike. A good number of people. In fact, the cast was quite full, and he did well. I remember because it was the issue of rape. Last Girl Standing, where Jim Ike raped Stephanie Kerik in the movie, and the censors board had to go and screen that movie in Italy because of the issue. That was in 2004. They took it because of the issue that was treated. They took it to Italy to screen. The DG then was one Rose O'Dea.
The woman, the lady,
Rose O'Dea.
Fair woman.
Yes, it was when that took it to Italy, and it did well. It did well in the market, and from then on we started doing other things. Before I went to series to do the NABDAC project.
So when you started writing scripts?
Fortunately, all the scripts all the movies that I've done, I wrote the script.
Oh, from the Law Students?
I wrote Law Students. I wrote Last Girl Standing. I don't think I've done anybody's scripts. I don't think about one of those. I don't think I've done any.
So why did you quit oil and gas that is very lucrative for Nollywood?
The story is long. We might not. But let me give you a
brief.
Yes. We were doing very well in oil and gas, but when this restiveness in the Niger Delta started, it was becoming dangerous. And some of us we are trying to start a family. We felt anything could happen. People were dying. In fact, I was saved once. I didn't know there was this hotel that we used to stay in Ukumabo Avenue in Warri. I was in the hotel. On one certain Sunday, I went to church, and I was coming back to go and eat in one place that I eat, and I saw the whole street was deserted. I didn't know that about 2 minutes before I came, there has been a gun battle between. That was signing how the Yoruba and the Shekiri fight, and I had parked in front of the restaurant, and I now looked behind me, and I now saw one dead body, and another guy that was crawling and being shot, and he was like, "No, bend down, bend down, bend down." The people who ran inside, they asking me to. So that was when I ran. I now looked down the road and I saw a vehicle, fully armed boys. They were coming, looking for anything that was breathing. So I ran it. I said,
was a narrow escape.
Narrow escape. And that one happened there. Another one that I don't want to mention.
So safety was one of the reasons you left, or the main reason?
Yes, the main reason I felt it was that I came to Lagos. You know, I came to Lagos, and when I now came to Lagos, which for me still is the entertainment hub, I now started reconnecting with my Nollywood people and all of that, and I said, can I just leave this in and you know?
Thank you.
But I'm still connected.
Yeah, let's take my last question, please. Let's talk about your background. Where are you from? Tell us about who is Chidi Nwokeabia. That's just because I want to ask, who is Chidi Nwokeabia? Who is he?
Very humble filmmaker, doing my thing in my office. I've been producing since 2003.
You're from what state? Abia?
I'm from Enugu State.
Okay, no, sorry, my bad.
Because of Abia, everything in Nwokeabia. It's not Nwokeabia, it's in Nwokeabia.
Okay,
man has come.
Okay.
I'm from Achi, Nigeria.
Where did you grow up?
Grew up, my primary school was in Aba. My parents were living there. From there I moved to Enugu, finished my primary school, went to secondary school in Enugu, went to university in Enugu.
You said from Abia?
From Aba Enugu, and I now did everything in Enugu. Finished my primary school, went to secondary school in Enugu, went to university in Enugu, and came to Lagos and did my master's.
Master's in what?
Human Resources Management.
Unilag?
No, LASU.
LASU, interesting.
I did human resources. So from then on, we are here, still pushing it in the industry, hoping that things will get better someday.
Lastly from us, Mr. Nwokeabia, as the chairman and CEO of Macnet Productions, how's the journey been for you in Nollywood?
It's been quite tough, challenging, but to thank God, we've been there. It's not been easy. There are other people that didn't come this far, not because we are better than them. Maybe they didn't have as much grace. Maybe they gave up too quickly. But God has been very, very good to us. And we are hoping that things will get better with time. We are not losing hope. Especially when we have people like you, who come around once in a while to ask us what we are doing, and we tell them what they are doing. They try to tell the world that we are not dead yet. We are still working. We are hoping that, just as I said when we started, that when we start any project, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you so much.
Because you've always been there for us. You are there, you ask us how are we doing. There are people, I must say this, there are people that felt we are not going to survive and they abandoned us a long time ago. But Daylight has been there. I know that once in a while you call me to say what is happening, do you have anything, okay, let's talk about it. That we appreciate so very much.
Thank you, sir.
It shows you the level of care and attention. And I'm happy. And I'll tell you that you are coming back to Nollywood. We've really missed you. We are happy you are coming back. There is something we know you are going to bring on the table. Because you've done it before and I know you do it again. So your decision to come back is a welcome development. When you went to that place, you went to where you were making so much money on that. You felt we are missing you. I'll say it. You felt we are missing you. There was a vacuum that was actually created, when you went to make money. Now you are back to us. We are happy we have recovered you. Yes, we're happy we have recovered you, and that we hope you have to create a balance between where you are going to and this place, so you don't leave again.
This is home.
Yes, please. Thank you so very much.
Mr. Chidi Nwokeabia,
my pleasure.
It's been nice chatting you up and getting to know you inside out.
My pleasure.
Thanks so much for coming on DAYLIGHTTV.
I
appreciate you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. It's been a wonderful outing. Thank you, viewers. See you next week.